The attendance for this match was 71,550.
Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter.
Now the finish! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And again. Oh, extraordinary.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
That's headed upfield. Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He gets big. Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
23, Filippo Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi.
It's become a case of men against boys. Driving forward. That is good strength.
Tigres really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Oh, he's found support out wide.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
And that is expertly dealt with. It's good running with the ball. And here's Cruyff. And here's Mbappe. He has found the way through. Cruyff. He's got full. No, it's wide. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And that's it. For a smooth start, and one which, at least results-wise, could not have been better. That'll do very nicely. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
A fine win for our boys.
Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Tim?
Well, they've laid down a marker with such a good opening win, and they're saying to the rest of the group, we're intent on staying at the top. On this evidence, I think there's every chance too.
So what a sight this is. Another edition of this
Hello,
proud
everybody,
competition,
and welcome to
just
today's
seemingly
match.
bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first-day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I'll be looking out for the mischievous Danny Carvajal, because I think he brings a lovely balance down the flanks, and he's capable of going both ways. He's added that extra element as well of intelligence, where he's better at deciding when to go.
Mbappe! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Chance! Goal! There's a goal! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
After 14 minutes is number 11, Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale.
Madrid penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that goal has got the whole stadium rocking here. This is exactly the kind of atmosphere the players should feed off now.
That's a throw.
बेटा तुम जल्दी नहीं आ गए थोड़ा कब मैसेज किया कब मेंशन किया
And it's Roberto
कैसे
Carlos.
चलेगा तुम दुकान बंद करवाओगे ऐसे करके मैंने तुम्हें दुकान की चाबी दी तुमको बोला दुकान ऐसे ऐसे चलानी है पर तुम आते ही नहीं हो
Carvajal. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bellingham. Great work on the overlap. Up he goes! And it's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. Just so
और
calm
बताओ
under
थॉर
pressure.
गेमिंग कहाँ
And he
हो
managed
तुम
to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And now he has two. Madrid are now luxury. Oh, what has happened here? And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
बोल रहा हूँ कहाँ हो तुम थॉर गेमिंग अभी
Bellingham.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. And that
pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Nicely aimed pass. And he's had it hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Xavi Alonso. Barcola. Oh, he's been caught napping. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Mbappe.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
On the screen.
Madrid ahead 2-0 and they are looking good.
জি আমার কিছু শুনতে পাচ্ছিস নাকি? হ্যালো? জি আমার কিছু শুনতে পাচ্ছিস নাকি? হ্যালো? জি আমার কিছু শুনতে পাচ্ছিস?
And we're off again. No changes at half-time that we're aware of. Just ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Carvajal looking for a run. Great ball and the shots! And it's there! And they are cruising away. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
কোনো ভয়েস তো যাচ্ছেন দেখছি স্ট্রিমে। হুম, ভয়েস যাচ্ছে না নাকি?
and welcome for the first time this season to everybody
Hello,
around the world,
everybody,
and we have
welcome
for
to
you a
today's
clash
match.
of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And as you can see, and the shot! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
It's a little off target. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, the dynamic Carvalho is someone I like looking out for because he just has a lovely energy to what he does. Always adventurous. He'll be making those runs continually throughout the game and still looking to get back in position. And when he gets in a crossing position, believe me, he can deliver.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of... Chance! It's a goal! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand, and just listen.
Oh, that's nice. Bale. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Alonso! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Figo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Bale. Oh, that's a key interception. Jordi Alba. And here's Bale.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Alonso. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And Messi! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Figo. Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's quick to snatch it back.
There will be 1
Deep
minute
into
added
stoppage
time.
time. Messi. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is
Hello,
the state of it
everybody, and
at the
quick
break.
announcement now. We
1-0.
would like to ask you all to kindly
I
stay
thought that was a
seated during
decent
the match.
45 minutes of
Thank you for
football,
your
plenty of
cooperation.
signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Madrid head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. We're underway again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Busquets. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Great hit! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Madrid are still that goal to the good. Foot in.
The attendance for
Busquets.
this match was
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
71,550.
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Jordi Alba.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench? Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
There's the hit! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Carvajal, and the pass is intercepted. He's through here. Mbappe. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And here's a chance.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Luis Suarez! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe. 1-0 as we head towards the end. No, that's been intercepted.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Real chance! It's a goal! Tying minutes, and we're all square again.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Number 9, Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Substitution on the field. Number 6. Number 8.
So, time for changes
Number
on
22.
both sides, actually.
Coming on the field.
All square
Number
again
17.
into the dying
Number
minutes.
55.
Well, those players
Number
out there must be
21.
exhausted now,
Substitutions
Peter,
taking
but at
place.
least they have
2
momentum,
minutes
which
has
augurs
been
well
indicated.
if this goes to extra time.
Tries a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Volunteers for each block, please report to
So
the
a
staff
short
room
respite for the
immediately.
players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes. Into extra time we go. Madrid pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Guti. Now it's Bale. That's a nicely measured pass. And he's found a way past. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's been cut out, well played. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, he's onto this. Can he finish? Mbappe is magnificent! And that has raised the roof! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Madrid go into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Well, played right into his path. He's got to be... And the shot! It's in! And with that, he takes home the match ball.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
That's it for the first period of extra
And
time.
just a quick reminder today to please drink
Yeah,
responsibly.
it is coming
Anyone
down to
appearing
those last
intoxicated
15
or behaving
minutes.
in an
A
inappropriate
truly
manner will be
attritional
removed.
affair
Thank
that
you
has
very much
reduced
for your
both teams to
cooperation.
near standstill. The saying goes that it only takes a moment to make a difference in this game, but you have to pose the question, is there enough left in the collective tank of either team? The hostilities have already resumed. They have given it everything. It's been gruelling. But who will be standing at the very end? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Luis Suarez. Messi. And it's Luis Suarez. Valverde has a look and plays it forward. And he was quick to react. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Jordi Alba played into them. Terrific header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Oh, that's well spotted. Busquets. Messi. Messi. And Messi!
He almost caught everyone out there the way...
And that's it. Madrid have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games.
I'm afraid to tell you
How
that
would you
we're
sum up what
expecting
we've
traffic
witnessed,
to be
Jim?
heavy after the final.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
De Vrij gets across to intercept that. Seedorf. He's in plenty of space here. Gonzalez. He's a sharp little ball here. Çalhanoğlu. Ribery was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, what has happened here? Mateus. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Pirlo cuts it out. And it is clear to see that he is... And Del Piero! Oh, that is outstanding! He's got himself an absolute peach.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
3 minutes is number 9, Alessandro Del Piero.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
And look, this is just what the fans wanted. And now that they're celebrating the opener, I think they want to see their team make goal.
Up he goes! He scored! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nicely aimed pass. Ribery unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, that's fabulous.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Bastoni with the clearance. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Oh, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of
Milan
anybody who
are
is
heading into the break very happy with how it's gone
Please
so
look at the screen
far.
for information on how to find your way around this stadium. Substitution.
Here we go again. Bastoni. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Deftly away. Pirlo. Now it's Inzaghi. Pass is just off target. And they win it back again. Mateus. Seedorf. And it's Maldini. Seedorf. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Costa Curta. And it's Ribery. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Del Piero. Passing is crisp and sharp. Hits one! It's loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's good play. Maldini. He's picked his way through. Caught offside that time. Looking for options for movement. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Inzaghi. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Ribery. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And it's Dybala. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Colomwani.
Colomwani made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
And we have our very first corner. Dybala trying to keep this in. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Driving on and making good progress. Shevchenko. Dybala. Colomwani. Martinez. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Seedorf.
There
Del
will be
Piero.
1 minute added time.
So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan have done it. The perfect outcome. backs can dream again. The stands here
Hello,
definitely a
everybody,
place
and
for
welcome
the
to
hopeful,
today's match.
and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. The action has already started. Well, that's well seen too. And it's played forward. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, modern centre-backs are judged on their ability to defend. But this guy, Christian Romero, is a player who excels up front.
Climbs up big! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So, a breakthrough already. Played back in. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Inzaghi gets flagged offside. Seedorf. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Royce.
Ajax are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Gilberto Silva. Oh, good read. Can he get it? He's had a shot! Inzaghi finds himself offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Has a look and plays it forward. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Inzaghi, and it's Cruyff.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
30 minutes gone. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Beckham. Royce. And he was alert to it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Araujo to Maldini. Hits one! It's in! They are right back in business!
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit. That next goal now is absolutely crucial. It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He's got a sight of goal! And that has kept the keeper on his toes. And there is the half-time whistle. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game,
Hello,
this, and
everybody,
at half-time,
please join
it's
me
1
in
each.
wishing a happy wedding anniversary.
Any strong
for
opinions
one
on
of
the
our
first
fan club
half?
members.
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
Ajax head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, 1 each, and the game right on edge. There's the whistle then to start the second half. It's Eto'o! And he's done it!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Ajax get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence and all.
That is Stuta! And he's heaved it away. Modric. No, that's been intercepted.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Maldini. And it's Eto'o. Seedorf. And that's been intercepted.
The attendance
Messi.
for this match was 70,987.
Filippo Inzaghi. Botafogo looking to pass their way through. He's looking to set free a runner. Adams cuts out the pass. And it's Inzaghi. He's tried one! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Filippo Inzaghi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Pass somewhat off target. Modric. And it's Beckham. And Messi! And again the keeper stands strong. Threads one in. And he cuts out the supply.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
This might spell danger. Maldini clears it away. Modric. Oh, it's a decent hit! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Filippo Inzaghi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
All hands on deck for this one.
Number 19. Conte. Number 2. Adams.
Beckham plays it short.
On the field. Number 22.
Botafogo need to give it
Number
everything
7,
they have, kitchen
Chouameni.
sink included.
Number 15. Dayot Upamecano.
Saliba calmly
Substitutions
anticipates.
taking place.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end
Two
much
minutes
faster.
has been indicated.
And here's Eto'o. Vieira. Bellingham, great hit! And kept out by the most... And we're done. Ajax have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
Security
Neto
staff for
claiming
each
the man
block.
of the match
Please
award,
report to the
and
staff
there is
room
very
immediately.
little room for argument. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
And all that